Kylee, Coach said that this was the first time that you got to start in the lineup at the 4 position rather than the 5. How did it feel out there starting with JT?
I mean, I always like it just because it allows me to kind of push outside a little bit more than instead of being inside. So to me, I always enjoy it, but I'm always here for anything that our team needs. So.
Coach also mentioned the passing of Jordan Thomas as well as CC as well. They combined for 8 assists. What's it like when you guys have 2 post players that are able to find you even as a stretch 4?
It's amazing because it opens up the floor so much. When we're able to kind of pass, cut, move, and see all those options, it's undeniable.
Sydney tonight, career high at West Virginia, 15 points. What was she like out there? It seemed like it was a different Sydney offensively, at least.
We're definitely always sitting there waiting for Sydney. She's phenomenal, and we were just waiting for her to take it, and she did. She was phenomenal in every way, both sides of the floor.
Tirzah, you all have a lot more depth at the forward position this year, so what can you say about your role in that and the kind of what you all bring and what opponents have to look out for with that position group?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always been more of like a 5. I've been willing to play the 4, but I think just with the depth that we've had and the new recruits that we've gotten in, it allows me to be more in the paint, which is where I feel most comfortable at. But, I mean, our team does a good job of finding the open spots, open pass, so I think that it's been great so far. We've seen a lot of production in practice, so, I mean, it's been great to see it happen in games.
For either one of you, more turnovers forced tonight than points allowed. You all ever been a part of a game like that before?
I mean, those games are always fun, especially because it gets everyone involved. So I always really enjoy those games.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it was exciting. It's fun getting to watch different players do their thing, and then it helps impact the whole team. So it's been really good. It's been fun so far.
Kylee, you guys shot 56% from behind three-point range. Is it easier to make a 3 when you see your teammates going in, like how you start right off the bat with a 3? Is it just easier for you as a shooter to make a 3 like that?
Definitely. I think we always draw into everybody else, and bench energy and crowd energy and all of it kind of plays into it. So I think that it's always easier seeing that first one go in.
Kylee, you guys obviously had the game, a couple of games ago where you forced the 44 turn. Would you say this game was better defensively tonight than that one?
I think we always strive to have really good defensive games. I don't know if you can compare them because they're different teams. But we always strive to push pace and create those types of turnovers and be that type of team that brings energy through that aspect of it. So I would say that we always try to continue to keep working towards getting even better and better and better on defense.
I was asking Coach, and I don't know if this question will make sense or not, but I was asking him if your guys' defense almost kind of seemed like an extra player on the roster. Does it to you guys at all take on a life of its own in a sense?
I think it gives us our offense identity, because when you're able to get steals and turnovers and pressure like that, it makes another team kind of have to think about that aspect of it instead of maybe thinking about something else. So it definitely gives us that start to our offensive identity.
You guys are getting ready to hit the road 3 games in 3 days. How does that look from a player's perspective to get your bodies ready and ready to go in that speed?
I think it's definitely always something that you have to kind of sit there and think about and know that it's coming, but for us it doesn't really change a ton because our bench and everything that we have, everyone can play. So we go in just knowing that, hey, we're going to give it everything we can each and every game and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
You want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of seniors on our team as well, so we have a lot of experience, and then we have 2 off days coming up, so I mean, everybody's going to get a little chance to rest, and then we got a couple practices before we head out, so I think we'll have time to let our bodies recover, get a little break, and then we'll be ready to get back into it.
Not to look too far ahead, but after the tournament, when you guys play on this floor next, it's Education Day. I know Tirzah, you are very interactive with the fans afterwards, like to talk to the kids. What is that like? I know both of you guys have played in the Education Day game. What is that environment like?
Yeah, I mean, I love those games. I love seeing all the kids and the support from different schools. I love working with children, so I mean, getting to be able to give back and interact with the crowd and our fans who come out there and they're screaming as loud as they can for us. I mean, it always feels good to be able to support them and give back. But, I mean, those are one of the funnest games. It's always loud from warm-ups until we're going out the gym. So, I mean, it's always something to look forward to, and it's a unique experience, but I love it.
Yeah, they mean so much to us, too. Like, those games are just something that we all look forward to and can't wait to happen.
And then speaking of fan support, I mean, either of you guys can answer this one. You're up 70 points, and the fans are on their feet cheering. Obviously, they wanted the 100 points, but just that they were still here after a game that had been decided a long time ago. What does that mean to you guys?
I mean, it means everything, especially coming off, like, bad weather and just all of it kind of coming into it. So having that support is everything. Like, we absolutely love it. We feed off of it, and they provide so much to us that people might not even see.
Yeah, I always think, like, our fan is like a sixth man almost. Like, they're not on the court, but it really does, like, contribute so much to the game with the noise and then the cheering and the support. It always helps when we get into, like, a flat moment. They're always there to pick us back up. But it's always good to see, and looking up in the stands, that there's a crowd there to support you. It really feels good.
You all had 5 players finish in double-digit scoring. What does that say to you all about this team's depth?
Kind of exactly what you just said, that we have a ton of depth and that it can be anyone's night any day. So it just shows that everyone can have an impact.
Yeah, and I think that just shows the unselfishness of our players as a whole. I know a lot of people want to get their buckets or whatever, but I think our team has been really unselfish, and we're looking for that one more, that extra pass, trying to get find that open teammate. And I think that we all did a really good job. But I know Cece, she's always looking for us in the paint. So if we don't get something in the points on the scoreboard or something like that, they're always trying to find another way to find a way to contribute. So it's been good.
For both of you all, I think this was the second or third game in a row where coaches said you all saw just a lot of different things, different press breaks. Do you all like seeing a lot of different press breaks early in the season, or would you kind of rather get into a rhythm defensively first and then see some different stuff?
I personally like it because it just gives that variability. But it's also something that you want to feel it out and see what kind of goes from it. But it allows our defense to kind of start moving earlier, so I always like it.
Yeah, I think it opens up the opportunities and kind of learning earlier on in the season, like the different defenses and stuff like that, what to expect, which is always helpful getting closer towards March and stuff like that. We want to be able to see different looks, so it's been good.
Tirzah, I know, like, when players get asked about the rankings and stuff, there's usually that, oh, we don't pay attention, and that's usually kind of what everyone kind of says, but I find it kind of interesting. So, like, if JJ obviously comes in here as a freshman, so she's been a Power 5 player the whole time. The incoming freshmen obviously get recruited Power 5. Everyone else on the roster came from a school who probably wouldn't have a chance to be ranked 13th, play for the 13th ranked team in the country. Along those lines, what does the top 25 ranking mean to you guys and to this program?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a testament to how hard everybody's worked, whether individually, getting in the gym, getting those extra shots up, stuff like that. But I really feel like it brings us back to, like, our team. Everyone has worked hard as a team together. We've worked hard in practices. We've seen each other day in and day out, coming in, working hard, playing together. And so I think it's like a testament to what we've been doing. So it's like a good number to see. It's encouraging, but we don't want to get too big-headed about things like that because we know what we can do as a team. So it's like something that we're looking forward to and something that we look up to whenever we see it, but we're also like, we know what we can do. So
thanks, everyone.